up, Cancer. So I know you guys wanted to kill me. It's taken me so long to finally be able to get back to YouTube, but I was just super backed up with all the readings that I had gotten during the holidays. So I just had to play catch up, guys. I didn't want to be posting YouTube videos while I had so many people waiting on me because I don't want to die. I don't want to get murdered. So I just trying to please everybody. All right, guys. So thank you for your patience. And let's get into your yearly read. Now, for those of you who do want this reading, there's two options. You can just go ahead and get the yearly read, and I'll give you some advice on the year, at the end. But if you guys do want to get the hour read, then I'll do the yearly read for you. But basically, I just give you more advice per quarter of each year. So you get a little bit more substance if you get the hour, but ask for a yearly read in the hour, okay? So let's see what is going on for you guys. We're going to focus on love, finance in general, and we're going to go by the quarter and break everything down month by month, okay? So let's start with the first quarter, January, February, and March. Okay. What is going on for the sign of Cancer? January, February, and March when it comes to love, finance, and general. All right, guys, let's see what's up. All right, guys, so the energy that you have for the first quarter of this year is the Queen of Cups in reverse, okay? So there may be something that just doesn't sit well within you guys, something that makes you a little bit emotional, something that brings you out of your element. But with the High Priestess, okay, you're very in tune with what's going on. This is going to be someone who's extremely intuitive. This is someone who, chooses to listen to their higher self, chooses to listen to, the wants and needs of the soul as opposed to the ego, okay? And with the King of Wands, maybe there's going to be, fire sign in Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. That's very important for you guys, at this time. So let's see what's going on. So the first card that you guys have is for love in January. We have the Nine of Coins. So the Nine of Coins is someone who's feeling good, who's feeling very abundant, who's feeling strong, self-sufficient. This is a card about being single. So, some of you could just be staying single throughout this month or just be feeling very good and self-sufficient despite the fact that you're in a relationship. Why is this Nine of Coins here? We have the Knight of Coins. So there could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that's very significant for you guys that maybe you're talking to or that you feel very good with, okay? And with the Queen of Wands, could be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but there's a lot of passion here. I feel that you guys are really taking a slow approach into getting into something, and there just could be a lot of lust, a lot of that fiery, aura about this person or about the relationship that you have with this person. Something that you're extremely passionate about, but maybe you guys are in the place where you're just talking and getting to know them before you jump into a relationship, okay? Now for finances in the month of January, we have the Eight of Coins. So you guys are rolling up your sleeves and you're working hard. This is literally a card about working, building stuff, putting effort into a situation. And we have the Four of Swords here, where you're working hard on something and you're putting a lot of thought into it. And it could be something that you want to expand or something that you want to build on more, but you're really going to think about the best way to move forward with it before, just going into it. And we have the Two of Coins in the reverse. So a very important decision that you make here that you have to put a lot of thought into, something that's going to require a lot of hard work on your end. And with the Hermit card, I feel that this may be something that, maybe you guys won't be going out as much because you're so focused on this, or maybe you're just really, really in your head about the best way to move forward. Because the Hermit, he or she is going to stay in this mode until they feel like they know the best way to move forward, okay? But this is someone who's extremely wise, who only moves forward when they're absolutely certain, on the best path. The general energy that you guys have for the month of January is the Empress card. So definitely a card about new starts, new things coming in, new beginnings. This is the goddess of fertility. So for some of you, maybe there's a pregnancy that's happening or that you're, involved with somehow. We have the Five of Swords in the reverse. So with the Five of Swords in the reverse, You're avoiding conflict at all costs. If there's any sort of tension, anything that just doesn't resonate well with you, you guys are avoiding it. And with the Eight of Swords in the reverse, you're seeing everything for what it is. If you had any sort of negative thoughts that you felt were holding you back or keeping you trapped with a certain person or in a certain situation or just within yourself, you're getting out of that. You're moving forward in a way more positive way. Now, going into February, and you guys are going to see me looking at my notes to make sure I'm not skipping any months, we have the Nine of Wands, okay? So you're putting hard work into something, putting a lot of effort into something. You're standing your ground. You're being resilient with your stance on love, during this month. And there could be someone who's very guarded towards you or someone that you're very guarded towards. And we have the Five of Coins in the reverse. So if there's any sense of rejection, loss, maybe someone that you left out in the cold or they left you out in the cold, you're getting over it. You're moving past it. And with finances in the month of February, you guys have the Page of Cups, okay, in the reverse. So with the Page of Cups in the reverse, this is going to be a situation where maybe there is an offer coming in or something that you're talking about doing. But when it's in the reverse, there may be someone who's just, painting a beautiful picture for you, but it's not something that they'll fully go through with, okay? Or maybe not something that you'll fully go through with. It's like someone's talking about something that is premature that they're not ready to move forward with, or maybe just something that you decide to stop involving yourself with. But I see that there's a path that you guys are very passionate about where you want to move forward in a great way. Something that's really going to make you happy. So this month, especially with the Page of Cups being your energy, and having the Ten of Cups here as well, I feel like it's something that maybe you guys aren't 100% ready to get into, but it's something that you want to do. Maybe there's more research that has to be done, or, maybe there's something that you want to do that you're just not able to do at this time for whatever reason. Now, the energy that you have for February is the general energy rather, is the Two of Cups in the reverse. So there could be a fallout that you have with someone that you're very close to. This doesn't have to just be a lover. This could be, soulmates come in all forms. You can have a friend who's a soulmate. This could be, you falling out with a parent or falling out with a family member, or just simply arguing with someone who's very important to you. And we have the King of Cups in the reverse. So there might be a fallout because maybe you guys, cheated in a relationship, or maybe stepped out of it, or maybe you're talking to another water sign who did that. But there's something here that's making you very emotional, at the very least. And we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. So by you letting go of this person or the situation, you also release a big burden, okay? Now, going into the month of March for love, we have the Strength card in the reverse, where there might be a sense of debilitation, something that just doesn't feel right, something that doesn't resonate well within you, where you're going to really need to pull some resiliency. You could be dealing with the Leo with the Strength card being in the reverse. Maybe you're having a fallout with this Leo. It could be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, that maybe they stop talking to you or you stop talking to them. Or maybe you feel weak because maybe there's no love happening for you in this month. But we have the Nine of Cups, where I feel that there's something that gets cut out of your life, but it was for a good reason, and you're happy to have it, not be in your life anymore. Okay, so Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius for some of you. For finances in the month of March, we have the Page of Swords. So you guys are communicating in a very smart, direct, and you have good strategy behind what it is that you're saying and what it is that you're trying to build. Or maybe you're dealing with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, who's going to be very helpful towards your finances. We have the Hierophant, so whatever it is that you're doing, it's definitely something that the cards are saying, this is meant for you to do. This is a good path for you. For me, the Hierophant is a confirmation card, something that lets me know I'm on the right path. All right, and we have the Three of Coins, okay? So with the Three of Coins here, there's something that you're building. There's a partnership being built. There's an idea or a project being built. Something that just feels really right, and something that you have no problem telling or directing people which way it should go or how it should be happening. Now for general, for the month of March, we have the Sun card in the reverse. The Sun card in the reverse is when something unexpected, comes into our lives, or something that was hidden, unexpectedly comes out. And we have the Seven of Coins in the reverse. So there's going to be unexpected information that comes out where something that you were putting effort into in the past, you decide to let it go. You decide that it's a waste of time, that it's a waste of effort. And we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So for some of you, it could be you. Maybe you were juggling people, or maybe there's something that left you emotionally unstable and you're just letting it go. All right, so maybe you're cutting somebody out of a third-party situation, or maybe you guys are dealing with someone who they had a third party and you're letting it go. Or maybe it's just a partnership that you have to fall out of. All right, something that was very toxic here with the Devil card. Okay. All right, second quarter. So we are dealing with April, May, and June of 2008. What is going on for the wonderful sign of Cancer? Love, finance, and general. For the sign of Cancer. And if you guys want to timestamp this, it'll be greatly appreciated, just in case you guys want to come back and check on it, you know, mid-year or towards the end of the year, just to see how accurate it was, okay? All right, we have love, finance, general. Okay, guys, so the energy that you have for the second quarter is the King of Wands in the reverse. So some of you are in a relationship or, you know, romantically seeing Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Maybe they're stepping out. Maybe they're talking to other people. If this is with work, finances, or just, you know, a member of the family, this could be someone who is used to being in a position of power, but could really abuse their power, especially if they get upset about something. All right, so let's start with love in the month of April. So for love, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So there's something here that you're going to be dissatisfied with, something that you're going to be unhappy with, you know, when it comes to love. And we have the Ten of Coins in reverse, where you feel a huge loss of abundance. For others of you, this could be a loss of money, you know, something that's tied to a relationship where you're losing some money. And this could be with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, okay? And if it's not a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, by letting this thing go or by having a fallout, it shows that it could be something that makes you more stable, or maybe you're just having a fallout due to an earth energy that you have around you, okay? Maybe you're turning your back on someone in order to be able to expand in a better way with the Three of Wands. For finances in the month of April, you guys have the Seven of Coins. So you're planting your seed, you're putting hard work into things, and you're at the point where it's like, okay, I put in the hard work, now let's see what comes out of this thing. Let's see how this thing will move forward for me. You have the King of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so with the King of Swords in the reverse, it could be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini that you're dealing with. Somebody who's extremely tyrannical, someone who could be abusive mentally, physically, emotionally, verbally. It doesn't have to be all, but just some of those. Someone who's very self-seeking. If this is a boss, you know, this is a cruel boss. This is someone that's going to be very hard to work under. You know, this is the type of person that you can say, hey, something happened to my child and they're in the hospital, I have to go. And they're going to say, hey, if you leave, you know, you're fired. It's that sort of asshole boss that nobody wants to deal with. So it could be something that you're dealing with, or it could be an energy that you guys take. So if this is the energy you take, just make sure that you're aware of it, especially if you're in a position of authority, because you don't want it to be the type of thing where you lose very good, you know, employees or clients due to a particular attitude that you have. All right, and we have the Two of Coins, where you guys are really trying to find which path is going to be best for you. There could be two different ways you could go in terms of business or a project that you're doing, and you're really just trying to find out what's going to be best. And there could be that sense of juggling to find what it is that's, or to find what that's going to be. Okay, Four of Wands. You're juggling what's going to make you most stable, what's going to give you the most solid foundation. For the general, we have the Six of Wands. So despite anything that may not work in your favor, there is going to be victory with what is dropped. All right, we have the Six of Coins in the reverse, where there could be a sense of imbalance because of things that you may be falling away from. Okay. and the Three of Coins in the reverse. So this could be, you know, a partnership that's not working out too well, whether it be romantically or, you know, in business. Someone that you're not seeing eye to eye with, someone that you may have different goals from them, and, you know, maybe you're taking different paths when it comes to getting certain things in life. So you're just not seeing eye to eye. But there's definitely a disconnect here. And with the Six of Wands being there, you know, this could be saying that despite there'll be a disconnect, you'll still come out winning. Or this could mean that there's disconnect because you're being too prideful. Okay, you're being too much in your head and feeling like maybe there's certain things that you deserve, and maybe you're going about it in a hard way, so it's causing that sense of imbalance. Okay. Now going into the month of May, we have the Four of Coins when it comes to love. All right, so you could just be guarded when it comes to love, having a wall up, or maybe being guarded towards someone, you know, in particular. And we have the Magician in the reverse. Okay, so maybe you guys are manipulating someone or they're manipulating you, but you're being guarded. All right, and with the World card, this could be something that's ending. Okay, so the World card you know, it talks about phases that were ending. But usually whatever it is that we're going into is going to be very good. It's going to be very, you know, powerful. But it could just be you guys, you know, withdrawing yourself from something that you know there's manipulation, or you know it's just not going to work out in the healthiest way. Now, for finances for the month of May, we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. So there's something within business or with finances that you put a lot of thought into. And when you feel ready to move forward, you go ahead and move forward. And you make a good call when it comes to business. You know, this is you really just being strategic with the way that you move forward. All right, and we have the Page of Cups. So whatever it is that you guys are doing or building, you're very passionate about it. And I feel like this is the beginning stages of something that's going to be big for you. But this is kind of like just the strategizing part of it, where you're really just seeing, you know, how do I want to move forward? How can I build this in the best way? The general energy for this month for May is the Page of Cups. I mean, the Knight of Cups, I'm sorry. So with the Knight of Cups here, you guys are really feeling good. You're really feeling in your element. If there's things that you have to let go or phases of your life that you have to just put behind you, it's really something that is going to be able to give you power. All right, and we have the Justice card in the reverse. So there may be something that you felt was an injustice. Maybe you guys cheated on someone, or maybe someone cheated on you, or maybe something that you think was unfair happened within work or just in your social life. Okay, and this could be with someone in your past, but you guys are still being strong. You're seeing things for what it is. Okay. Now we are in the month of June. So for love, we have the Eight of Cups. So someone that you guys may be turning your back on in the month of June, or maybe somebody turns their back on you. And we have the Page of Coins in the reverse. So maybe it was a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, where you stop putting effort into it, or maybe they stop putting effort into it. Okay. And we have the Knight of Swords. So some of you may be turning your back, possibly on a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, to get with the Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or just cutting out what's not going to serve you. You know, this is someone who has tunnel vision, and they really want, or when they have a certain goal in mind or a certain expectation when it comes to love or finances, you know, anything that's not in alignment with that gets cut out. So I feel like you guys are just letting go of things that may not resonate with you. For finances in the month of June, you have the Five of Cups in the reverse. So if there's any sort of losses that you took, or something that just had you feeling dissatisfied or sad in terms of work and finances, you are getting over that, and it's something that you leave in the past. All right, and we have the King of Coins in the reverse. So the King of Coins in the reverse could be a sense of overspending, because this is someone who's usually the most responsible person in the deck when it comes to finances. Or this could simply mean that you're at a job that you don't necessarily love, but it's putting food on the table, you know, something that may feel very mundane. And we have the Page of Wands. So with the Page of Wands, there's still something that you're talking about, that you're very passionate about, and that you want to build, but maybe it just hasn't happened just yet. All right, now for the general for June, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. So with the Page of Swords in the reverse, there's someone that you guys could be arguing with, someone that you're having a harsh exchange of words with. Okay, someone who has a case of what I call verbal vomit, where they can regret things, you know, right after saying it. And this could be someone that you feel very, very closely connected to, or maybe, you know, an offer that you take, or a new job that you take, or a contract that falls through that could be conflicting in some way, shape, or form. And we have the Fountain card. Okay, so the good thing about the Fountain card, especially since this is in the general section of June, is that whatever it is that's happening, whatever it is that you're trying to build, even if it's within love, this card is saying that you know everything. Okay, that all the information is available to you. This is also a card about awakening, seeing things for what it is, just having that wake-up call and knowing who should be in your life, who shouldn't be in your life, a good way to move forward, things that you have to drop. So just having that clarity about you guys, all right? Okay, let's go into the third quarter of 2018. We have July, August, and December. So birthday time. Okay. And for some of you, I know you're going to have birthdays in June as well. So let's see what's going on. All right, so what is going on for the sign of Cancer? Third quarter, July, August, September, when it comes to love, finance, and general in year 2018. All right, so the energy that you guys have for the third quarter is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So this is definitely a time where you're going to want to be careful with the steps that you take. If there's things that you're going to be doing that you don't want people to know about, that you don't want coming out, you should probably avoid it altogether, because anything that's being hidden is going to come out. So even if you're dealing with someone who's being dishonest, or a job where there's just people who are dishonest, it's going to come out. All right, any sort of shadiness will be revealed in this third quarter. Now, when it comes to love in the month of July, we have the Chariot, okay? So maybe you guys are traveling to see someone, or someone's coming to traveling to see you. Maybe you're moving or traveling with your loved one. This could also be a card about things that transpire very quickly, but things that you feel that you're in control of. All right, and we have the Queen of Cups. So whatever this is, you feel good, you feel right, you feel in your element. If there's any sort of sadness or anything like that, you're in a place where you're healing too. And we have the Justice card in the reverse, okay? So there could be an injustice here. And, you know, I have to say it, maybe it's on your part, only because you guys are feeling very good within the month. But if it is someone else that you're dealing with who's being unjust towards you, you might not know about it just yet, but it's something, like I said, with the energy of this quarter being, you know, the Seven of Swords in the reverse, it's definitely something that will eventually come out. Now, for finances, you guys have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So this could be your energy, maybe a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius that you guys are working with. But there's going to be someone who's a good talker, someone who's very charismatic, someone who just has that magnetic, you know, personality about them, where people will just naturally follow whatever it is that they do. This person is going to be very unreliable when it comes to work. Okay, so this could be you guys, or this could be someone else that you're dealing with. But, you know, the example I always use is this is the type of person that they say they'll be in the office at 8 a.m., but they show up at like 8:45 with Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, and they just don't care. Okay. And we have the Six of Swords. So you guys may have to move away from a certain job or a certain aspect of finances, or maybe there's someone that moves away from you guys that maybe you were working with. All right, and with the Page of Coins in the reverse, something that you may be trying to build, you may be putting on hold. But, you know, what the Page of Coins tells us in the reverse is that it's not something that's necessarily over. You just might have to get back to the drawing boards and find another way to move forward with this certain idea. The energy that you guys have for the month of July is the Star card in the reverse. So something that you may have really wanted that you may lose faith in, or a person that you may lose faith in. And with the High Priestess in the reverse, There was warning signs, there was red flags, there's things all over, especially your gut telling you that this wasn't right, that there's something that's off, but it's like you guys were turning a blind eye to it. You didn't want to see it for what it was. Okay, and that's when we get into trouble, when we, we choose to ignore our gut feeling and we choose to move forward with the situation anyways. All right, and we have the Seven of Wands, where you stood your ground with something that you knew wasn't going to be good for you. So then eventually, you did have to move away from it, and you just lost faith in whatever that was. All right, you had a hard time letting it go. You're between a rock and a hard place here with the Two of Swords. Now going into August, for love, you guys have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So at this point, whoever was being unjust, if there is any sort of lies or injustices, and injustices don't always have to do with cheating, guys. It could be maybe they took $1,000 out of your bank account and you didn't even realize it. Like things like that. Things that you just feel like is very fucked up. Okay? It doesn't always have to be cheating. There's a lot of things that we can do to piss a person off. All right? So let's see what this is about. We have the Seven of Coins. So there could be arguments between you and someone else, but you guys are still being patient. You guys are waiting to see how this thing is going to play itself out. And with the Strength card, you're being strong through it. So I don't really see it as an ending for a lot of you. I just see it as something that's going to be a bump in the road, but something that you definitely have the ability to get through if you're being patient. For finances, you guys have the Empress card in the reverse. There could be something that's delayed, something that you want to do, or maybe a job that you fall out of. All right, and we have the Four of Coins, where you guys might be tight or guarded with your money at this time. Or maybe there's an opportunity that is being presented to you, or maybe not being presented to you, and you're guarded as to whether you want to take it or just, moving away from it. And we have the Hermit card in the reverse. So something that you put a lot of thought into, maybe you thought it was a good idea not to move forward with it, but you're coming out of your shell. You're coming out of a place of solitude or just heavy thinking towards a certain project or a certain job. For general, for the month of August, you guys have the Sun card. So the Sun card, to me, it could be something bright and abundant that's coming into your life, something that's going to feel very good. Or it could be light being shed on something that was kept in the dark. And we have the Three of Cups in the reverse. So if there is a third-party situation when it comes to love, that could be why there's arguments within love, because it's coming out. All right, and we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So something's going to come out, guys. And someone's walking away. Someone's giving up on something here. Okay, this could be a fallout of a partnership as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be love, but I feel like with the arguments I see in love, maybe for some of you it's definitely going to pertain to love. Okay, and we have the Magician in the reverse. So just someone here who's being manipulative. Now, going into the month of September 2018. For love, we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So if there's any sort of betrayal, any sort of harsh endings, that happened in the months previous to this, you guys are getting over it. It's like you have the worst behind you at this point. But you could feel very unstable and very unhappy still, even though you're getting over the betrayal itself. Okay, maybe you just don't feel satisfied when it comes to love. And we have the Six of Cups. So I feel like you guys are really just stuck in the past. Okay, you may be over the actual betrayal, but maybe you're not over the sense of instability that you feel. For finances, you guys have the Five of Swords, okay? So in the month of September, that you could be going through something financially that's going to be very conflicting for you. All right, and you have the Fountain card. So again, you have all the answers, you have all the tools that you need. This, again, is a card about an awakening that's going to happen. If there's something that you guys want to do or a project that you want to move forward with, despite any adversities that you get, move forward, because the cards are saying, yes, this is a good path for you. All right, and we have the Three of Swords. So this could be a heartbreak from love that's kind of pouring over into finances, or just a disappointment and confliction that you feel in terms of what you're doing financially, but still feeling like you have all the knowledge you need to still move forward. Okay, now when it comes to your general energy for the month of September, you guys have the Three of Wands, which is you guys thinking about expansion, even if that means turning your back on someone or a situation that just wasn't going to work out for you. Okay, there's something that you stop putting effort into, something that you literally just leave behind you because you know that you can expand without this dead weight. All right, and we have the Moon card. So there's clarity here. If there's any secrets, it's coming out, but things are coming to light for sure. Okay, and this could be with a partnership or someone that you feel very closely tied to and connected to. All right, so finally, guys, let's get into the fourth quarter, October, November, and December of 2018. All right, what will happen for the sign of Cancer? October, November, and December of 2018 in love, finance, and general. Love, finance, general. All right, guys. So the energy for the fourth quarter is the 5 of coins in reverse. If there was any sort of rejection, if there was someone that left you out in the cold, or maybe you left them out in the cold, if there was money problems, if there was anything that was just troubling that may have made you anxious within yourself or emotionally, it's something that you're getting over. It's something that you're getting through, okay? Because there's a situation here where, you know, you may have been in denial, or you may have not taken the time to really do research on a certain topic, but justice does come back, okay? So the playing field is leveled out. Whether it's good karma that it needs to come to you or bad karma that comes to you, you know, that's where that justice card is going to play in. So whether you are on the short end of the stick, you know, that's where I feel like things are going to turn in a positive way. For some of you that did do the cheating or did do the hurting or did have the manipulation happening on your end, this could be you having to deal with the repercussions of it, okay? Now, when it comes to love in the month of October, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. So a past lover that returns into your life, or a past lover that you reach out to. All right? And with the 10 of Swords, there's going to be a betrayal here, or maybe you're reaching out to someone who betrayed you or someone that you betrayed. And we have the Fool card. So I feel like someone is looking at a new start that could possibly happen. Either they're trying to reconcile with you or you're trying to reconcile with them. But someone, I feel, is still feeling the effects of a betrayal here. For some of you, it could be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini that you're dealing with. For finances in the month of October, we have the 7 of Wands in reverse. So there's something that you have stood your ground with for a long time, but now you're frustrated to the point where you just give up on something. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so by you giving up on a certain aspect of work or finances, things move forward in a very positive way for you. Okay, and with the Knight of Coins, you know, anytime you get coins, or pentacles rather, when it comes to finances, it's a very good thing. So it shows that there's something that you gave up on, but you're moving forward very strategically, and you're building finances. It might be happening slowly, but it's something that's going to be stable for you. Now, for the general energy, we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So this could be, you know, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, again, that you're dealing with, who's acting really reckless, whether it was, you know, just them being up to no good, or maybe you do something and this is just them reacting to it. Okay? But there's going to be a sense of limbo and a sense of conflict here. All right? And with the 5 of Wands, this is going to be at least 3 or more people who are involved in this conflict, and there's going to be petty, there's going to be, you know, arguments, maybe rumors, someone feeling like they have to compete, you know, in a certain area of their lives, okay? Or you may have to compete for something that you're very passionate about. Now, going into November, for love, we have the 10 of Coins. So with the 10 of Coins here, you're feeling good, you're feeling abundant. If some of you guys have joint accounts, or, you know, you're married, or just in, you know, a situation where both of you are putting money together, this could be a huge inheritance that you get, or a lot of money that you save up, or money that comes in. And there's burdens here that are being released when it comes to love. All right, and we have the Ace of Coins, so that's beautiful. So for those already in a relationship, it's going good. It's something that's going to last a long time. If you're getting into a new relationship, it's something that really has the potential to last a long time. Okay, something that's going to be built slowly, but something that is really going to be there for long term. For finances, we have the Queen of Swords. So this could be the energy that you guys are taking, where you leave your emotions at the door, you get to work, you do what you have to do, and anything that's going to be a distraction, you cut it out. Or there could be, you know, a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini who's very important, you know, in your finances in the month of November. All right, we have the Two of Swords in the reverse, where there's a decision that you guys come to when it comes to finances. And with the Hermit card, you could choose to remove yourself from a situation and cut it off, okay? Or maybe you guys feel like you have to really focus on work and maybe not go out as much, be in that hermit mode in order to find stability, in order to find that self-sufficiency, you know, when it comes to finances. Now, the energy that we have for the month of November is the Magician, okay? So you're going to be in a place where you guys have all the power to manifest whatever it is that you want in both finances, love, and just any other area of your life. All right, and you have the Ace of Swords, where you cut out things that don't work for you and there's new starts. All right, but these are new starts that you guys have where you're leaving the bullshit behind. All right, Ace of Cups. So you guys are definitely, you know, manifesting some powerful things here with the Magician, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. And you guys also have the Ace of Coins here. So this is, you know, so far this is feeling like one of the most powerful months that you guys are going to have, you know, in the month of November. So definitely take advantage. If there's going to be anything you want to move forward with, if there's someone you've been feeling for a long time and they don't know that, tell them, because this is a very good time for you to you know, start new things, whether it be with love or with finances or just projects. You know, definitely a good month. Now, the last month of 2018, December, for love, we have the Three of Coins. So you're talking to your partner, you're building with your partner. You know, things are moving together very well. You know, you guys have the same goal when it comes to love. And with the Three of Cups, there could be a celebration here, something good that's happening. Maybe a marriage for some of you, or an engagement. Okay, Eight of Wands, action, reciprocation, good things that are happening. So you guys are going to end the year super strong when it comes to love. Now, in terms of finances, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. So there could be a disappointment that you feel in finances, although it's something that you may be repressing and keeping to yourself. Okay. Yeah, Five of Cups. So there could be a loss that you're feeling. It doesn't have to be monetarily. Maybe you just had a project that didn't work out in your favor. Okay. But it's like you're trying to suppress how upset you are about this. And we have the Judgment card in the reverse. So you could just be mourning a bad choice that you made in terms of finances. Something that didn't work out the way that you wanted it to, even though you put, you know, very hard work into it. But I feel like you guys are just going to move forward, and you know, you still have that ability to manifest. You just want to make sure that you don't get discouraged or just stop working. I always say it, you know, when there's something that we want, even, you know, if whatever area of our life we want to find success in, if you keep going and you keep going and you keep going and you don't quit, success is going to be inevitable. So just make sure that you keep going and you don't get too discouraged. All right, so the last card that you guys have, which is the general energy for December, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. All right, so there's going to be something that you know you have to move away from, but that you just may be having a hard time moving away from. All right, and with the Five of Coins in the reverse, you know, you're going to be feeling better, you know, in terms of finances, in terms of anyone who may have tried to reject you. You know, you're getting through that, you're getting better, but maybe they're having a hard time moving away from you, okay? And you have the Four of Swords. So you're really putting a lot of thought into whatever it is that you guys are doing. And it's like you're not going to move forward with the situation until you feel like you have all the necessary tools to move forward in a positive way. And with the Tower card, there's going to be a huge change that happens this month. Something that's very, you know, inevitable. Now, with the Tower card, it could be a good change, it could be a bad change. All this card means is a big change. But I see it as being very good, okay? You have the Nine of Cups, so something that you're going to feel happy and good about. That's beautiful. So let me give you guys 3 cards of advice for 2018. Okay. Now, again, you guys can get this reading for yourselves if you want, because it's definitely, you know, general reading, and it's not going to always resonate 100%. But as you see, it'll be about, you know, 40 to 50 minutes for this reading. So if you just want it done the way it was done and just some advice at the end, go ahead and get the yearly. If you want more advice, you know, per quarter, then get the hour read, and then just tell me that you want the yearly prediction, and I'll add all the extra good stuff, okay? All right. Give me 3 cards of advice for the sign of Cancer for year 2018. All right. So there's definitely going to be a fallout, a disappointment, someone or something that you give up on. For some of you, it could be with love. Maybe there's 2 people that were in your life. Or maybe you have a very important choice to make in terms of finances. But there's going to be a very important decision between 2 things, 2 people, 2 different routes that you could take that you have to make this year. Okay? And at first, you know, you may feel guarded towards it, but you guys have an insane connection that's going to happen, whether it be within business or whether it be within love. This could definitely be a year that a lot of you are meeting your soulmates or your twin flames, okay? And once you make the right decision, with the Queen of Cups here, you guys are going to feel very good, and you're going to feel very, you know, in your element. So I see this being very, you know, very powerful, because this is a card, again, about soulmates, or just a very good contract that falls or that goes through, or, you know, a good job that you find. But I see things being very, very good for you guys. Just make sure that you're always following your heart. Make sure you're following what feels right to you, okay? Whatever feels fluid. Especially, you know, look at this Queen of Cups. Just with water and things like that. Water, you know, it breaks through rocks, not because it's strong, but because it's persistent, because it keeps flowing. So you really want to go with things that are just going to flow for you. You want to go towards things that are just going to feel right, and that, you know, just finds, you know, that gives you that balance in your life. So make sure that you guys follow whatever feels true to you. And if you do that, everything's going to be fine. Okay? I love you guys so much. Now, I know this might be a video that you guys watch throughout the year, but as of now, it's January 12th. So the current wait time for reading, guys, is 10 to 14 days. All right, so go ahead. You can get the reading. Just send me, you know, an email about what it is that you need for the reading. And please just give me up to the full 14 days, because I always have people like on the 3rd day, hey, where's my reading? And I'm like, whoa, 10 to 14 days, thanks. All right, I love you guys so much, and I hope that you're having an amazing 2018 so far. Take care, Cancer.